Well, first of all, thank you for being here this morning and letting us sort of kick off Grassroots 2020. And I hope the food was good. I got to tell you a little story here. 20 years ago, AIA President Tom Penny came to visit our local chapter in Nevada to speak to us about the future of the profession and the relevance of AIA. And we all showed up, and I was in the front row. And as many of you know, Tom is from Charleston, South Carolina. And when he spoke to us with his Southern charm, he told us of how his involvement with the AIA had made him a better architect, and that the resources and the tools provided by the Institute had had a direct impact on the success and the growth of his firm, and we were moved. He reminded us that everyone deserves good design all the time, because when we design schools that contribute to the learning process, or when we design hospitals that contribute to healing, that's when architecture transcends the built environment. And that's the tremendous responsibility that we as architects have in the world. He closed by saying that we are the visionaries, we are the problem solvers of the environment, and we are the leaders of the future. So let's begin. Well, the room erupted with applause, and we all knew right then and there we had elected the right person to lead our profession into the future. And we were right. Tom went on to become an extraordinary president. And he, along with so many other outstanding leaders who followed, have served to make the AIA the finest professional organization in the world. And make no mistake about it, we are the gold standard. And we have never been stronger. We are now 95,000 members strong. And it wasn't that long ago that architecture wasn't exactly the profession of choice for students entering college. But we've turned that around over the last 10 years, and we now enjoy the highest employment rates in the architectural graduates in our history. And frankly, we're going to need everyone our schools can produce. Let me tell you why. According to recent studies, in less than 40 years, and I know that seems like a long time, but it really isn't, the entire world's building stock will more than double. Let me say that again. The entire building stock will need to double. That's 2.5 trillion square feet of new floor area that will need to be designed and built for a world population of nearly 10 billion. Think about it. That's the equivalent of adding a New York City every month for 4 decades. And it gets even more interesting when you consider that by the end of this century, 90% of the world's population will live in cities. So this is our time. This is our moment. If we as architects do not rise to solve tomorrow's challenges, believe me, others will. So this is a threshold moment for architecture and architects to shape the future of the world's built environment and do it right. This is our call to action. And we as a profession have never been more poised to take on this essential role in providing all our members with the strategic tools and guidance necessary to be successful. Because in a world challenged by climate change, population growth, and the limits of natural resources, we must focus on the future adaptability and sustainability of the built environment. We have no choice, do we? So I, along with everyone in this room, need to accept the commitments and goals of the AIA, those that we have committed to in terms of elevating public awareness, advocating for the profession, and advancing knowledge and expertise, not just to carry them forward, but to build on all three with the goal of leaving an even stronger AIA to those who follow. I have served this institute at every level for the last 20 years and have spent the last decade leading it nationally as a member of the AIA Board of Directors, and most recently as Chancellor of the College of Fellows. So I somewhat know how this organization works. I have a work ethic that won't stop, a record of genuine accomplishment, and an unquenchable enthusiasm for service, just like everyone in this room. I know how to inspire, and I know how to collaborate, and I know how to lead and support others in order to get things done. But we can't do it alone, can we? We need to work together through the Institute in order to meet the challenges before us, all the while advocating for a more inclusive, diverse, and relevant profession for all. This is our time. This is our destiny. Are you ready? I'll close with a quote from my favorite author, John Bingham, who wrote that the miracle isn't that we've finished. The miracle is that we've had the courage to start. I've worked with many of you in this room, and although complete success is always a bit below the horizon, never be discouraged or tire. I know you have the courage and stamina to forge ahead. This is our time. We are the problem solvers. We are the visionaries. We are the American Institute of Architects. So let us begin.